Welcome in. It's Heather with Heather's Healing, and I'm here to look at the energy of the upcoming week, which is May 25th through the 31st, 2026. Thanks so much for being here, you guys. And if you like this video, please consider liking it and subscribing to the channel if you haven't. Thanks so much. All right, so let's first look at what is your energy this week. Let's see what kind of energy you are bringing into the week. Your energy. Okay, we've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse. I do feel some resistance here. And this could be because maybe you feel like too much has been asked of you lately. Maybe you have given too much of yourself, so now you are feeling like you don't have a lot to give. This could also be experiencing um, I don't want to say just feelings of injustice, because maybe you have been, maybe there have been some life events recently that are really unjust. So this could be feeling an injustice. But there's definitely some resistance here that you're bringing in. There's nothing wrong with that. But I would take a look at that. Are you feeling taken advantage of? Have you given too much of yourself? Have you said yes to too many things? And for some of you, maybe you truly have been screwed over. And if that is the case, I am really sorry that you are going through that. I hate that feeling. I think that's one of the worst feelings. All right, now let's look at the energy, the overall energy of this week. What is the overall energy of this week? What is the overall energy of this week? King of Wands. I like this. This feels really nice. This is, I will say it does feel really fast moving energy, a lot happening all at once. It could feel at times a little overwhelming, or you might feel like you can't keep up. Um, but I do like this energy. It does feel a little demanding. And I'm wondering if it's feeling a little demanding because you might be feeling tired, worn out, run down, all the things that we've already talked about. So it's definitely it's very much an opposite energy it's opposite to the energy you are bringing in. Nothing wrong with that. And perhaps maybe that's what you need. This could be a nice little boost to your energy. It, maybe there's something this week that is really inspiring to you. Maybe you meet some really interesting people that, I don't know, cheer you up, bring you some energy. I don't know. But I don't mind the energy of the King of Wands. Just, honor how you're feeling and honor your energy this week. If you're already feeling kind of low, don't take on, more than you can handle, if you can help it. I mean, I know we can't always help those things. If you have somebody in your life that can help you out, maybe it's time you ask for help too. Okay, nice. Let's get a message let's do the beginning of the week, middle of the week, end of the week. Advice and guidance. What do we need to know about the beginning of this week? Advice and guidance on the beginning of this week, middle of the week, end of the week. Beginning of the week, I like this. This is, finish what you start. This is day-to-day life, just going about your routine. Um, I would say stay focused, pay attention to detail this week. Maybe because you are feeling possibly a little tired, run down, worn out, it can be easy to, if you're not paying attention, it can be easy to overlook important details. So I would say pay attention to details at the beginning of the week, and just overall pay attention. Be very diligent while driving. Really, yeah, just pay attention to details. Details matter at the beginning of the week. So pay attention, pay attention. I think that's the biggest message here. Pay attention. It does feel like you could be easily distracted at the beginning of the week for whatever reason. So really pay attention. Finish what you start. If you don't feel like you can finish something, maybe don't start it, or maybe wait till later on in the week. Middle of the week, we have the sun. Very positive card. Uh, I will say my stomach kind of dropped a little bit when I saw this card. What this feels like to me, what I was feeling is there's a lot of focus. There's a lot of focus on you in the middle of the week, and this might not be positive. Um, this feels like all eyes on you, attention is on you. Maybe this is where the details, paying attention to the details, will come in very handy. Middle of the week. This is a very positive card, but my feeling about this, I don't really like the way this feels. Doesn't mean that you're going to have a bad experience or anything. Um, it feels like being interrogated. That's what this feels like. Middle of the week, it kind of feels like all eyes are on you. Um, hmm. Maybe for some reason you might just be feeling like there's too much attention, negative attention towards you. This may not be the reality though. This might just be your perception of it. But yeah, middle of the week, if this kind of feels like unwanted attention, um, being interrogated, I don't know. That's what this feels like. Middle of the week. Probably not for everybody. Hmm. Yeah, that I don't know. Something might just be a little off midweek. End of the week, what do we have? We have the Hanged Man. Let's go back to the sun real quick. Um, the other thing that I'm feeling from this is there could be somebody that is going out of their way to maybe dampen your shine, like they're intentionally just being jerks. That could be going on here with this card. Um, it could be some blows to your self-esteem. Maybe there are things that are going on, or things that are being said that aren't necessarily meant in a negative way, but you're just taking it that way. So maybe you're just feeling extra sensitive towards the middle of the week. Just going back to that. End of the week, we have the Hanged Man. This what I'm just hearing here is trusting the process. I wouldn't, if you can help it, I wouldn't make any major decisions or sign contracts towards the end of the week. I would wait if you can wait. This is sort of just taking a pause, taking a break, slowing down, allowing yourself to integrate the the week. This is also the energy of surrender. I do like this card. This is, considering all options before taking action. It's the energy of Neptune. So there could be, um, I don't know if I already said this. There could be things coming up that is asking for your acceptance or forgiveness. Maybe that even has to do with whatever this card is representing. This could also be you just taking a break towards the end of the week and allowing yourself to do something fun. You are indulging in your creativity, your imagination. You are allowing yourself to step out of the realm of everyday life. It can be kind of checking out too. Nothing wrong with that. So overall, not a bad week. Potentially some challenges here in the middle of the week. Whether or not you're perceiving it, your perception versus reality could be very different. So just keep that in mind. Midweek, you might take things the wrong way. Someone else might take things the wrong way. There could also be attention, questions regarding your work, details, that sort of thing. Pay attention to the details at the beginning of the week. But yeah, this could be somebody questioning your work, questioning how you've done something. It might feel like they're interrogating you, but that might not necessarily be true. They might just be asking you questions. Yeah, so overall, not a bad week. Let's see. I just want to pull. Oh, dang, I didn't bring that deck up. Oh, yes, I do have that deck. Let's see. Let's pull just a final card from this deck. Final message. And I hope you guys have a fantastic week. And if you'd like to book a one-on-one, my links are below. Oh, this would go really nice with this Hanged Man. The card says, start a dialogue with your soul. I like that. Hanged Man. End of the week. That feels like a really nice energy. Start a dialogue with your soul. I don't know. Maybe this sun energy is creating an opportunity for you to consider doing something different, changing things up in your life. I don't know. All right, you guys oh, look at this. Bottom of the deck. Simplicity is your secret. Ooh, I love that color. That magenta thing, or that magenta hue. It's really pretty. Take it slow this week. Invitation to take it slow. All right, have a great week, you guys, and I will talk to you soon.